I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy, or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine! Ken!
Sarah!
Sark! Don't forget Gerry!
Maybe on low. Maybe just
See you later.
I'll just shit my pants and fall asleep 45 minutes in.
Nerd Poker. Brian is finishing his giant turkey leg.
No.
We're turning up the thermostat.
Those things are so stinky.
No, let's go hotter.
Oh my God! I was down at Disney. I thought this guy brought his turkey leg. I was laughing so hard. I was crying.
You didn't think they had turkey legs at Disneyland?
They do, but it's like walking broth. It's like somebody's just...
You thought a dude brought his own turkey leg?
Because I couldn't imagine anyone just walking around being like, "Get your turkey legs here." So I look at this guy and I laugh. I'm dying laughing.
This is on.
Yeah.
This is the show.
Unfortunately. and then I get back and Mandel's like, "Oh no, there's like a turkey leg guy."
Yeah, there's lots of them.
What?
Yeah, they get turkey legs all over Disneyland.
What about those big pickles?
And there's
those are so good.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
But the turkey legs are that big, pink,
No, I've never been
super nitrated. It's like beef jerky on a bone.
I like turkey, but I don't like fucking walking around with it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah. You're listening to what an idiot. To Nerd Poker. D&D with BP and Fs.
One F is missing tonight. Mr. Blaine Capatch.
Yeah. And not because he had a baby.
It's because he became an F.
Yeah. No, he
F'd an L.
He has a show tonight
It had a
that
B.
he couldn't move. And he would have played if it wasn't for the baby.
Wow.
If it was just the baby.
I don't know.
Really? I didn't know
really?
that.
Yeah.
Hopefully he didn't screw up with Vera
hero.
by telling
What
her that.
happened?
No, he's got a gig tonight. He's not
that's right.
here because of the baby. He's not
But he
here
also
because...
did since we
But
last
he
saw
also
him.
did.
No, the baby can take care of himself.
And he had a baby, yeah. No, he said the baby already had a driver's license.
He
I
has
talked to
a-
him tonight.
He has magic powers.
a level 1 fighter named Oliver James Capatch.
Yep. Elf fighter.
Elf
right?
fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always an elf.
But Blaine...
Blaine tweeted 7 pounds 8 ounces, same as his father. He's skinny.
He's a slender fellow.
But Blaine will be available if things start to happen. And
Sark
we
is
need
role playing him.
yeah, well,
Black
Sark will
Am
play him.
Am I doing that tonight, or does one of
think
you guys
so.
want to steer? Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
you'll
think
play him, but,
I think you get a shot at role. You haven't
he-
role played.
When he
That's
texts
great.
me, brought to you by, I'll read that.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
you play Blaine, and I'll
Use-
do his
you-
dumbass jokes.
Use all your inside knowledge of the game.
Yeah,
to,
I'm gonna need a lot of help
us.
with the commercials and the
Yeah, I'll get the commercials.
TV references. Okay.
The energy level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just mention things from
yeah.
the 60s that only you and I know. And Blaine.
Columbo was talking to Perry Mason.
Bob Mitchum had a great story about that.
Oh, man.
Anyways, out at the
candelabra.
Allen Ladd estate in what?
I know everybody. You saw that candelabra thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on my.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't know.
You didn't know how good it was
That
going to be?
Damon was in it.
Oh.
Like I didn't know Matt Damon was in it, and I just start watching this thing. My wife goes, "You should watch this," I think, and I walk in, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then the first time they made out, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Totally freaking out. Yeah, it was hilarious.
They boofu in it.
Yeah.
Total boofu.
Yeah, Damon flashes his backside a few times, right? His sweet, young.
As does Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it for me.
It's
Ken.
good. They're
It's
both
about
very
a couple
good
of
in it.
dudes who like each other.
Fucking Rob.
Anyways.
Rob Lowe was
It's
insane.
hilarious, yeah.
Okay, let's get in.
All right, let's do it.
Liberace is so nerdy.
Let's see. Where were we? You guys, when last we left off, you were fighting, or had just finished fighting, fending off, dealing with, whatever you want to call it.
The hands.
These like skeletal crawlers that seem to be
Horrible.
Connected, yeah, horrible, and somehow connected to the attacks on the women in the different growths here in this floating gas giant civilization.
Hey, I'm right here.
And you guys had you had gone into like a little bit of a low gravity showdown, and had managed to. I thought it was pretty clever, actually, using Mildred as sort of bait, as they seem to.
Can't hear that at all, Brian.
I'm way over here.
Brian's
You're at least a foot away from the microphone
trying
with
to
that
eat
taco.
a taco at headphones.
Brian's
like a
doing a
Jack in the Box
performance of
taco,
behind the
too.
candelabra over here. Taco
Wait, here we go.
crunch.
Wait.
Hang on. Let's. Shh.
I asked for extra crunchy, so it's on me. How is it so goddamn loud?
We'll just pretend you're breaking necks over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do it directly into the mic. I want to hear how loud it really is.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm a wet eater.
Oh god.
Oh,
Wow.
That is so
Even when I'm not
disgusting.
eating things that are wet, it sounds wet.
Dang.
Yeah, so you guys were. Ooh, that's the perfect sound effect, actually, for the little crawlers.
it actually
yeah.
is.
Yeah. And you guys had managed to salvage a Marth had gone in and
smushed
busted
one.
one up. Yeah, and then you had captured 4, I think.
Yeah, in the locker.
Most
Well,
were
you blew
most
a
were
bunch away.
eradicated by
Yeah.
the blinding light of a Glenish Morian blast,
Yes.
and then
hand
4
beam.
are in a locker, which we hear them skittering around.
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
Are you still in the locker, or you came out, Mildred?
Mildred is in the locker.
I
think.
really? I hadn't emerged yet?
No, I think
No,
you
I
kicked your
definitely
way
was
out.
like,
Remember,
let
you
me
were
the
like,
fuck outta here.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you were out, but that's basically where we left off. It was evening time, and you guys had sort of handled the situation. But
Did I get back in the ship?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they rescued you after your
Yeah, it was a complicated endeavor.
after your dazzling
I
display.
tried
of-
all kinds of shit.
So that brings us up to right now. So you guys are faced with you have 4 creepy crawlies trapped, 1 busted. You have about 5 days now till whatever the blip on your skiff's radar arrives. And you've got this mystery of the skeletal chest crawler sucker extractor things. If you remember right, the one that you busted leaked out some type of like a smoke-like apparition that seemed to sigh and cry out. Sounded vaguely
Like a
Vaguely
soul.
feminine,
We thought
yeah.
it was a soul.
Yeah.
Or a singing voice like the Little Mermaid.
Oh.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
I want to join in so
I
bad
know
right now,
you
but
do.
I'm like fighting it.
It's a dingle hopper.
Jerry just wants to fight both of us.
For Glenishmore.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the score. Don't make DM controlled Blackie Green take charge here. He'll either be level 20 by the end of today, or you'll all be dead.
Is
Blackie, what do you think?
is the is the
That's all I
immediate
got.
threat over in terms of we don't see any more of these things swarming around the craft?
Right. Yeah. They
Yeah, I think a
seem-
ship blinked in and out or
Yeah.
something. And,
Okay.
yeah.
No, you destroyed
We
it.
destroyed the
Oh,
ship.
yeah.
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah. You
I don't remember.
you went
But
in
yes.
strong.
Oh, yeah.
You
okay.
also have. Yes, you went in and.
That's right. That's where the things were flying around.
Yep.
So maybe we need to call an emergency meeting with the flutterers and the council members or whatever,
Yep.
and be like, "Here's what we've discovered." Maybe their medical person can take a look at this soul ring.
Oh, yeah.
and figure out what is going on.
Would Blackie have any knowledge of that, or is that
Of what
Blackie.
exactly?
of that foreign organisms?
Well, funny that you should ask Blackie that. Blackie needs to investigate some, but he might just have some intel.
He should
Is
investigate
there
that.
also, can he detect magic in any of this, or is it purely an other, like a sciencey type?
You gotta have to look at one. There's 4 in the cabinet.
Well, I believe there was some mechanical element to it, as well as the bony parts.
Yes,
Seemed like
Yes.
it had
propulsion
like
was
little
attached.
little retro jets, but there was definitely like an anatomical thing to it too. It would be like, imagine a smaller, like a hand-sized face hugger, but without any skin on it, just bone and like tendon. That's sort of what it looked like, and no tail,
but with propulsion.
and more fingers.
Do we?
Really, it's
does
nothing.
anyone have Does anyone have a net if we open this locker to get one of them out? Or
No.
can we
you could
make a rope
fashion
or
something.
cloth or
Yeah, we can
something?
make-
Yeah, we can
make
make
We
something.
should do that
Bag
and
or
try
sack.
and get one and keep 3 in there. That way, if
Right.
we have to.
And Marth has a fucked up one too.
Yeah, a dead one. Right
And
there.
they don't seem to be that hard to fight. Are they? They're not like
They're just
super
fast.
powerful, yeah.
If
So if
they get their little
Yeah.
jet blast off, yeah.
tie a leash on one of them, tie it down to a table.
Like a firefly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Put it in
Lightning
a
bug.
bottle.
Okay.
Run
So
around the
you're gonna
neighborhood.
fashion a sack
And then,
and then open up that.
talk to the natives.
Blackie says, "Why don't we just look at the dead one first?"
That's a good idea.
I love
I don't
that.
know,
how
it
he
doesn't sound
sort
like
of hinted
Blackie. It doesn't at all, really, to me.
He hinted at it as Scott.
Yeah,
but
let's-
you just
Yeah,
straight
I'll
up.
just do it. Fuck it. I'm
Exactly.
in control now.
Yeah, let's look at the dead one, you guys.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm in control of your spaceship
Another
too.
thing that
This is
might
gonna
be-
be fun.
another thing might be good is killing another one and trying to catch the soul that comes out of it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Says
Investigate that shit.
Blackie, not Scott / Sark.
Or just squeeze it out and snort it up our noses.
I don't have a method of soul trapping.
I don't remember if Blackie does. How many volumes?
Yeah, I do.
How many volumes of the Player's Handbook in is he? He's right here. Warlock.
He's read all of them.
Okay. So looking at the dead one first, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The locker is still rattling as the 4 still living. I guess the 4 still active crawlers are banging around in there.
Mildred bangs on the locker and says, "Shut up!" at them.
It doesn't really. Yeah. Doesn't.
She's gonna open. No. How dare they?
Sarah
defy
just
her.
looked really mad right there for a second. Okay, so you plop the little creepy crawly that you smashed earlier back on the growth down on the floor of the cabin. Everybody huddles around and you're looking at it. It's all busted up. Like Amarth really did a number on this thing. But you can see that in the palm, sort of the center area of the thing, you can see there's like all the bones and some of the sinew has like been cracked and torn. But the center of it looks like there's been almost like a ring attached with what must be like its means of propulsion, but it's definitely like sutured and stapled in. It's like retrofitted onto these little things.
Oh, so it's like an organic something that has.
that has some type of
something
like a
attached to
little
it.
tiny baby jetpack.
Biomechanics.
In addition to that thing in the palm, though, there's like an opening that looks like it's part of the critter, and that is where you Amarth, you saw like floppy, like tongue-like thing, similar to like how a facehugger has its like throat thing, sort of flopping out, and there's some fluid leaking out of there, and poking around in there. Blackie sort of is like not touching it with anything. It's pretty disgusting. He's sort of flaying it open, You see, there's like little membranes, and there's like a little sack. All of specifically a sack connected to whatever the tube is, but the sack is empty, sort of like deflated. Looks like it may have been the holder of whatever the stuff that was released from. But it looks like a thing that normally would. Wait, Ken had something.
Nothing.
Nope.
I have nothing. Nothing I want to hear.
It looks like a really awful thing that has been retrofitted with these little motors. It seems too perfect for this environment. Maybe these things are, if they're used in other environments, they get fitted differently. But for now, it definitely looks like this truly awful little crawler thing that has like a little tiny one nozzle jetpack retro rocket sort of attached to it. And they were out in like a swarm, so that's about all you can tell, like with a dissection.
Could I try a roll to detect magic? I know that it's a learned. Your knowledge of magic allows you to identify magical effects and sense the presence of magic. It is on page 181 of volume 1 of the Player's Handbook.
Let us pray.
Are you trained?
Not
So Catholic of you, and you're not.
And also with you.
So
Very
you
impressive.
need to have been trained in Arcana. Are you trained in? Yeah, it looks like you are.
Yes,
right?
I am,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So then you can do that.
A +3 modifier.
Yes, let's see. Since the presence of magic, difficulty check of 20 plus 1 half the level of a magical item. So this is a little unique because it's not necessarily an item, but we'll say a difficulty check. What's your bonus? You have
+3.
3. So, and it's an intelligence check.
That's correct.
So you're gonna need a 20. We'll say difficulty check 24. So you need to beat a 24 with your D20 plus your intelligence bonus and your Arcana bonus, which is probably all baked in there by the 4th edition robot that made your character sheet, right?
You haven't used it yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then you just add them up separate. All right, here's nope, it went out of the box.
Skipped out of
Reroll.
the box.
Jerry has a +4 bonus. He needs 19, not quite good enough. Nope.
I rolled a 15 if you're
Can't
keeping score
Can't
at home.
detect. Yep, 15 wasn't high
Does
enough.
Blackie want to try?
That's a
Wow, Blaine's here.
It'd be great if
Southern.
It's so weird. I
I
don't
just
see
get
him.
a Blaine soundboard from now on.
We don't have his sheet, do we? I'm just gonna have to estimate. His intelligence was.
He didn't make
No,
that.
he did not.
Oh yeah, he should have sent us a picture.
What is it? Arcana and wisdom?
Have to be trained in Arcana
No.
to detect magic. So you guys don't detect magic, but looking at this, Blackie says we may be able to learn a little bit more if we see one, if we take one apart. If
let's
we examine
try
a
and
living
grab
one,
one.
but we got to be careful. What's this?
The ship's all closed up, right? We
Yeah,
got doors all closed. All right.
but Mildred's
It's gonna
loose.
go for me if it gets out. Is the thing.
Well, then we should hide you in another locker again.
I just want to be clear about the fact that this is not out of cowardice, but
No, of
instead
course
out
not.
of
We are-
intelligence that Mildred is getting inside it locker. And good night to you all. Click.
into the
All
locker.
right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
open the thing.
She says that as
Do we,
the locker.
do we have our bag ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, you open the. Who's opening?
Someone open and someone get ready
I'll-
to catch.
I'll open it.
Okay, I'll catch.
All right.
All right, you get a bag ready.
Yeah.
Sir Richard, you crack the locker door
Just
open.
a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
There's like
One
pling
out,
plong,
hopefully.
pling plong bouncing around in there. One gets out
I slam the door shut.
into the bag. You feel it. The bag's like
All right. Now what? Holding the bag closed.
We have a blanket party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like brief puffs of smoke. The bag won't hold it too long because whatever its little
it's
retro
propulsion.
engine is.
I asked Blackie, do we want to stun it or do we want to
I see we can try and grab it by the legs.
Yeah.
I'll reach in.
try it.
I'll reach in
But
with my metal gauntlet.
Blackie just says, "Don't get burned."
All right.
Shouldn't
Well,
be too bad. It's real small, but
I do have scaly skin. I think I'm pretty impervious to
yeah. Okay.
flame.
Roll.
So I'm trying to grab it through the bag to hang on to some of the
Yeah,
legs.
so
And then we
roll a
could,
real.
yeah.
Here's the dice box.
Yeah.
For Bart. Bart's gonna reach into the bag, try and grab this. Roll like a real low difficulty dex check. So this will be, we'll say, difficulty of 6. All right.
16.
Bart rolls a 16, easily succeeds. So you've kind of like cracked the bag a little. You keep an eye on it for just a second. As soon as you see it thruster away, you just reach in and grab it, and you're
Yeah, and
now
we'll try
holding
to-
it by the back.
Yeah, exactly. And if we can pry the thruster off maybe or block it off somehow.
And you feel the strength of it too. Once you're holding it, it's really not much.
Yeah.
It's like almost like you're holding a balloon that's deflating or whatever.
So I'll hold it.
If we yank that off of it, will that kill it?
It might. I'm thinking
sure.
I'm just going to hang on to it and let Blackie take a look at it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's sitting there, and it's like an 8-fingered skeleton hand. It's disgusting. You can see all the ligaments and the little tendons sort of working it, almost like it is a machine. And you guys all sort of lean in. Blackie's like poking around. Can I think Mildred's safe to come out? Says Blackie. You got a hold of it, right, Bart?
I'll hang on to it. You can come out if you want.
All right.
right.
Yeah.
The other locker's closed, right?
Oh,
Yes.
look out!
Okay.
As soon as Mildred comes out, though, you feel the thruster just go into full. Nothing
It's
you
still
can't
not-
handle,
yeah.
but it just turns on. It's
Right.
definitely senses her presence.
All right.
Weird. I don't like it.
It likes you.
So Blackie starts poking around, and a couple little test aims. He sort of steers your hand a couple times, and as soon as the bottom side is pointing at Mildred, the little like insertion, the little puncture tongue lashes out like like it's trying to.
That's really sexy.
Like it's a dog with a red rocket.
Yeah. So some more poking around in there, and
Does the sack look full or empty?
this sack looks full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Blackie says that he thinks that he doesn't. He's never seen anything like this, and he's unable to detect magic on it. But if there was a magic that was behind this, he suspects necromancy would be what is sort of powering these little like crawler things.
And in 4th edition, we have dispensed with detect evil. Is that correct? I don't think that there is anymore like there used to be.
God,
Would my paladin...
who even knows?
I'm also wondering, is there anything we can...
If its eyes glow red, then it's evil. That's statistical.
Is there
Is
anything...
this my asshole DM or my asshole...
That's just your asshole
comrade?
friend. It's like,
Yeah.
Can we hold it up to Sir Richard's asshole?
yeah, no.
Is there something we can...
Is
like,
the lizard man that I rescued from flying off into the atmosphere
just playing around, buddy? Just joking
actually
around.
mouthing off?
Just having some fun. But is there any way, I'm thinking, that we can get that thing that's sticking out of it, sort of like the way you draw venom from a snake? Is there something we can attach it to see if it'll inject its whatever, to find out what it
See, I think it
what
probably
it
already,
injects?
but didn't it like withdraw something? Isn't
Well,
that,
then we can squeeze it out of it and see what was in there.
we think it might be withdrawing and not injecting
That's
the soul or essence.
Do we have a piece of
Right,
steak or
yeah.
something we can put it on? Or
Because it's already full. It already has some persons, some ladies. We think, we don't know.
Right. That's the suspicion, says Blackie.
Is there?
He's like, you could just crush it.
Well, let's open the.
We've got 3 more.
Open the reservoir. Let's open the whatever this is.
Well, we know what happened.
Do we have some kind of a?
We know what happened when Amarth did it before. Something escaped.
But if
so.
if there is a soul in there, the paladin in me would like it to see it out of this horrible skin bag.
And if we can contain it
What
somehow.
details
try
can
to-
I remember about? I mean, did it seem like ethereal, or did it seem like?
Yeah. It was like a tiny ghost.
Ah.
It looked like a wisp
So it might
of
not be
smoke, and you
catchable
heard,
anyway.
Right.
Jean Benet.
Oh dear.
What?
Was there duct tape on it? If we have a bottle or something that we can squeeze that into,
That's worth trying, but that's what I was getting at. With
That's
the
what I was
ethereal
wondering.
Go
thing.
through the bottle?
Maybe
Like a
it-
crystal
not
or
a
a soul
genie.
trap.
Right? I mean,
maybe it is a genie,
Oh, like a soul trap?
and then we'll all have 3 wishes.
All
Like
we
a
need
Skyrim
is a soul
style.
trap.
Yeah.
So you think you need something special more than a bottle?
I need a
It'd be
purple
worth.
gem.
It would be worth trying. You've got 3 more. You want to just try it and
Yeah,
catch?
should be fun.
See if you can catch it in a bag.
I like playing with fireworks and stuff, so this should be fun.
So Blackie asked, should I surgically cut the
Yes.
sack?
Yes.
Or should we crush it?
No, let's
try it.
surgically cut
Surgically cut
it so
it.
that we can observe what
And if we
happens to
can,
the creature.
do we have any sort of a vessel that we can
Can't
try to
Stargoyle like
put it in?
absorb things into his
Oh,
void?
Stargoyle.
Let's not ruin our transmission.
Absorb.
Well, I mean that you could try something with him.
I
But
want to do that. Then.
typically, what gets sucked into Stargoyle never shows
Yeah.
up again. Yeah. Okay. So let's try. You want to try a
Make an
bag, or do
incision?
you want something more?
I'm going to suck it out with a straw. Not really.
I'd try a bottle. Is there bottles?
Oh, I have an idea.
We have a little dagger.
Is there? Oh,
Is-
I was
not
gonna
the
say,
magic dagger.
Well, we can't try to force it, but I was gonna say if there's a way to force our sparklet helmets to like activate and then
Contain it
it
in
could
there.
contain it in there, but I think we have to be in water for
Yeah,
it to
just
happen, right?
well, or you can put the helmet on
or
and
can I
then
just make it? Can I
activate
think
in
about
there.
it and make it happen?
yes.
You
Sark
press
is
it, yeah.
nodding and shaking his head and then nodding again. And then shaking his
There's
head.
so many ideas. So you don't have to be in water.
Okay.
But,
So
but it has to be on your head, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think you wanna
It's
do
like
that.
a neck thing. So it
But couldn't I just then remove it from my potentially?
not
You don't
and
know.
have it be because it's like a simple golem or whatever. So it acts as like
there a
helmet,
mannequin
that's
in here?
about it.
Mannequin 4.
Oh, look,
Sparklets.
it's Misha
the first-
Taylor.
I like that you're trying to
Sparklet's
glitch
gold.
the game. You're,
If there's any if there's any moisture in it, I might be able to see if I
moisture.
can talk to it with the crown. If it's water based,
Interesting.
I'd see if I could.
yeah.
All right, so cut it open, catch it in something, talk to it.
Yeah.
with the
Do you
crowd.
have anything
not-
you guys want to catch it in something
I'm
like
not-
a bag? Do you want to just try the bag?
No, stop trying to force us to use a bag because it's
No?
not going to work. And I
Okay.
feel like
That's right.
that's why you want us to do it.
You want us to go to sleep again,
I have
don't
my
you?
doubts about the bag, you guys.
Let's take a
Says
break
Blackie.
and then find something.
Okay.
Who's the guy who says his own name all the time?
Hodor.
Hodor.
Yeah.
We should be back in with this.
Hodering.
So if you're not caught up with Game of Thrones, Triangle Face joined Dragon Chick's army.
Yep.
And
Fat shit finally made it past the wall.
yeah, fat shit killed a ghost fuck or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Too bad they
ice
gave
ghost.
they gave Giant Tard one of the magic weapons.
Oh yeah.
Cripple and Giant Tard now both have magical weapons. Fat shit never
Hodor
should've
or
won.
weratever. Every time I watch Giant Tard, I'm like, why didn't I get called in on that? I could have Giant Tarded the shit out of that.
Posehn door.
Would that take you out of Game of Thrones if every time they're with the crippled kid, crippled prince?
It's like,
Fucking
how many
Giant Tard
offensive
comes out.
things
He-
can you guys
he had,
shoehorn into
he
this
had-
conversation?
He also had nudity to do. Would you have done the nudity?
Hell
He
yeah.
had nudity. Yeah, there was.
did?
Hodor's cock was swinging around a lot of the first season.
Yeah. If
Why-
I would have
I
done
wonder
it,
why I
that
don't
would've
remember
been
that.
a
Lock
Giant
that
Tard
out.
tiny dick if I had done
Are
it.
you sure that wasn't a
could've
dream you had? I don't
CGI
remember
it.
at all.
a second dick.
No,
at me?
didn't they? Or maybe I had a Hoder section.
Were
you're
you
dreaming.
watching Oz?
Are you a Hoder
around
sexual?
that time?
Did you watch like Game of Prawns
Hang
or
on.
whatever?
Wait, I'm going to Google it.
Game of prongs. That can't be the porno. Is that the porno?
No, I don't know. I was just
Oh my god. Oh,
Game of
please.
Bones.
guessing.
Somebody produce Game of Prongs right now.
I wish Fire Tits would die, though.
Fire tits.
No, yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
There
Oh,
was a Hoder nude scene. I knew I didn't make that up.
We were just talking about
I
how
love-
I don't know anybody's name, so I
He
make
has
up
nicknames
nicknames
for
for everyone.
everybody.
And it's funny because everyone knows who I'm talking about.
No,
It took me a
triangle
minute.
faces. Nobody
Sarah did
knows.
not get triangle face,
What,
but
he's-
Brian did.
I was calling Triangle Face Kip Winger.
He's like a Fabio. He's Fabio.
Yeah,
Not
but he
only
has his
is
hair
there,
pulled
not only
back,
is there a
kinda.
Hoder dick gif, or I found a gif. There's a gif of Hoder's dick swinging around.
You mean a GIF?
Jesus.
Whatever.
No, it's a gift.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
It's a GIF GIF.
that's definitely Giant Tard's dick.
All right, well, let me see.
It's super hot.
And there's like a kid hanging out by the tree.
Oh.
By
Oh,
giant tarts.
wow. I don't remember this at all. I don't
Oh
recall
my.
it.
Oh boy.
He looks like a... Why does he look so pale?
Well, they Hoder him up.
That would have been my manager
It's
going,
like
hey,
Gandalf the...
He's Irish.
this Game
From
of
far away.
This Game of Thrones thing, they want you to have your, you're going to play a giant retard, and you got to have your cock out. Oh, no. But only once.
Oh jeez. Yep.
All right, where
Oh,
were we?
door.
We're still dealing with the
Yeah.
Fingal.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
what do you guys want to catch?
Oh yeah. So we're gonna
Catches-
cut
I-
out the.
I
what
don't
do we
advise
have?
trying to.
What's in
bottle
this room?
You are in your ship, so maybe if
Somebody try to breathe it in. Somebody cut it open and
That's
try
what I'm
to
saying.
breathe
Just
it
huff
in.
it up
see
your
what happens.
nose.
Yeah, I don't have I don't. Whatever's missing from me.
Is there like
Yeah,
a...
you
if
should
it
suck
gets
it in
through
this way.
if it gets through the ship, then nothing you were gonna do was gonna catch it anyway, right?
Right.
So I should just try to breathe it in since I
Is
don't
there
have
like a
anything.
medical area?
But I would notice
On the
if
ship?
something were, if you were without a soul,
Like got aliens
entirely.
or...
Maybe it's not a soul.
You guys
maybe
are
it's
just on the
a-
floor.
Maybe
It's a
it's hobbies
portion
or
of soul.
personality.
Perhaps we should
Hobbies.
not do this on the ship if we.
Hobbies.
Yeah. Maybe I can absorb someone's, knitting interest or something.
Snip the bag.
All right,
Dislike of cilantro.
Yeah, their
We gotta
enjoyment
have
of
something to
quality
put it in.
HBO programming.
Blackie nods to Sir Richard, gestures for Bart to hold the crawler up to him,
Holding crawler.
and avoiding the little micro blasts from its engine. He just makes a little tiny incision, and the little membrane sac immediately goes poof, like it was like something tiny little pressure was on the inside of it, and poof, it sort of just goes flaccid.
Gross.
And this trail of smoke, like a candle's just been blown out, sort of wisps up out of this thing, and you hear this very soft, like a woman's, like a sigh. It's not necessarily relief or happy or sad. It just feels like an exhale, and this thing just wisps
No
right
language,
up.
just a sound.
I guess
Yeah.
I missed the part where we
Blackie
agreed
would-
to do that.
Blackie would say, "Oh man, now we're gonna have to tent the ship."
And it wisps right up and right through the top of the ship.
Shit.
So it definitely looks like it was
There's three more.
ephemeral.
Well, then how does it
spiritual,
stay in the
or-
sack?
It's a good question.
That's the mystery.
Yeah, definitely.
what I wanna know.
Definitely more to these things than just a little bladder.
I suggest we get the locals and we give them.
Oh yeah, have they seen one of these?
Not in its
I
yes.
believe that
That's
was
a-
Mildred's.
The lady Brian
that's an excellent
helped
idea.
certainly has.
Peoples.
Oh, is she still in the room or no?
No, just
we
when
went,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
She's down on the planet.
So,
So we take the rest and go.
Well, or let's leave them in the locker and
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and,
Emergency
and,
for
and
sure.
go now. And they may have questions about what
is this thing
just
dying?
happened.
By the way, in my hand.
No.
Now it is.
Oh.
Oh.
We should kill it. No, no.
Yeah, I
No,
think-
wait.
I think we're fine.
It lives without this thing, so it's not its soul. It's the souls that they've been taking.
Yeah, it's something.
Or
It's
whatever
some
it's
essence
taking.
of people that it's taking.
Yeah. Okay,
Blackie
let's,
thinks all these things sound
I'm
logical.
gonna put it on my shoulder
Let's
and call
take
it
this one.
gargoyle or something.
No, let's
Make it
take
my
this
own
one
pet.
and my dead one and go see the locals.
Okay.
Stargoyle, can you dock us?
So yeah,
You have a good handle on
And
this
how many
thing,
hours
right?
do we have
Yeah.
till
Is that
I
coming for
get
me?
to kill something? What's the clock on that? What's the
Anytime
clock
you
on that?
say.
yeah,
You want to kill this thing?
No, no.
Okay.
you Blackie and Stargoyle go up, pilot the ship up to a dock. You guys tie it off, hop out. There's general sort of scurrying back and forth as what was a stealth mission that seems to have been done very smoothly many times by these things was rudely interrupted by you blasting the main ship in half. So everyone's definitely awake, and those who saw these things are thoroughly freaked out. There's flutterers, as far as you can tell, emotionlessly sort of cruising around, helping where they can, and people comforting each other. And but it doesn't seem, as you sort of move through the people, it is still it's still dark out. It seems that there doesn't seem to be too many. It seems that you probably, or that you have interrupted this incursion before too many of the women on this tuft had been sort of attached to. So it seems like you sort of interrupted this one at least.
Can we find one of our friends or find out if there's a scientist or a doctor of any kind?
Yeah, is there? We haven't met anyone necessarily other than the
Not over here. Yeah. So you start to inquire about who you could talk to, and first a couple people just see what you're holding, and just sort of bolt.
I'll put the bag back over.
Finally, somebody, one of the folks of this tuft is like, yeah, let me go get one of our like councilmen here. He can help you guys. And he actually goes and fetches a guy that you recognize. You haven't talked to yet, but you actually recognize from the larger sort of gatherings that you'd seen back on the tuft you were at. So he greets you, and says his name is Naya. Is that what I wrote? One sec. Yeah, he introduces himself as Naya, and he says, he's like, listen, he sort of apologizes under his breath to you guys for any of the. It's like, I know there's a little mistrust around your presence here, but I appreciate you guys doing what you can for us. And he looks at your little captor. He's sort of repulsed. He hasn't seen.
Wait, who is this?
This is like a councilman or whatever from here.
Like a man? Not
Yeah.
a flood. Okay.
Yeah. He's sort of disgusted by this thing because he hasn't seen one yet. He asks you guys, what is this? Do you have any idea what this is? What do they want with us?
Yeah. Do you have any experience with this other than the attack?
You've never seen these before.
No. He says, he's like, he's like, I assume it was you that caused the eruption earlier this evening.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's not an insurance issue about it, we may have.
He says,
detonation.
We are in your debt. He's like, if you hadn't have intervened, then who knows what these creatures' purpose
We
is.
think this is a scouting or mission or like a pre-attack.
A pre-invasion
Of
of
sorts.
Sky.
And we describe what we found inside it. It's sort of this wispy thing that sighs like a woman's voice.
So he's like, are these creatures are stealing bits of our women?
Seems
their
like it.
spirits or something?
And we've had experience before with women being duplicated. It may be connected.
So he's like, so are women Are our women still our women, or
No, yes.
As far as we know, if they because I think once they're duplicated, they become different. Do they?
We don't
don't
actually
really
know. But whatever's happening to your woman is also happening to me. So I can give you a first person perspective on whether or not I'm a clone.
are you?
So far as I know, feel like me.
It's her.
He's like, all right. What do we?
Don't sound so disappointed.
The only thing we noticed is that the women tend to be a little tired after this has happened to them.
Yeah.
This did happen on the other tuft, so we should.
Yeah, he says we heard about this.
It was quarantined, but no.
Do you have any mystics or magical people or medical people who might be able to identify this creature or what it's doing exactly or what it's taking?
He says no. I mean, we have people, like, I'm sure you've seen some of our more medically inclined citizens, but we don't have any magi. He says there is a species that they don't deal with too much that may have knowledge about magic, but they live like down closer to the storm.
That's our next stop.
All right.
Because otherwise we're just waiting for what we believe to be the attack that is imminent.
Or you're on a
Going
recon mission
back.
out to the ship.
Right.
It's good to know.
We would like a stronger sack from you to keep.
Is there any way we can figure out which? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We may want to present some of these magic people that may have more knowledge of magic with one of these live or a box or some sort of
type of vase or something like
because I don't want them on the ship.
Hopefully, fire resistant.
Well, we'll keep them on the if we might have to take the ship to get to.
Yeah, but I want to take the specimens off the ship rather than invite anyone in.
He says he's like we can like give
metal.
you like a pot
Yes.
Sure.
with something. Is that would work?
Yes.
All right, so he's going to get you a big like cast, not iron, but like a big heavy duty ceramic.
That would be
pot.
perfect.
So he sends somebody off to fetch that, and
Off to Sur La Table.
they'll be back real quick.
Was,
yeah.
How do we know? Are there any of these other tufts nearby that we think might be hit next? If this one was hit after the one we were on.
He says it's hard to tell. The only one as of other than themselves, the only other one that they'd gotten word of anything unusual happening was the tuft you guys were on.
The tuft we were on.
But he says that there are like within a zeppelin or the large one, the big gassy bus balloon creatures. He says within like a zeppelin flight, there's a sort of a 6 tuft
I didn't
group.
realize that.
Can we get word to them?
But they're not like right next to each other. They're sort of strung out, but
I think we should get word to them to sleep in shifts and watch the women. Don't let the women sleep alone.
Yeah.
okay.
Smart.
Yeah, and then I was thinking that we should stake one out when we after we go talk to these goblins or whatever the fuck these creatures.
The
hope
creatures
they're
down near the
goblins.
storm.
Yeah,
He says we don't deal a lot with them. They're called the what did I write? They're called the Zyrax.
Yeah.
They don't deal a lot with them because they're highly intelligent, but they are also carnivorous, and they are they fly, they don't have a means to land, so they have to constantly be flying, always moving.
So we are taking our ship
Yeah.
lower.
They're like sky sharks,
okay,
but they're
Sky
smart
sharks.
and they
Smart
are
sky
mystic.
sharks. I like
Yeah.
it.
okay. Because so far the hits, the spider hits, or whatever we're calling these things, it's only been at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 nights
These
in a
are
row.
definitely not meant to be.
So we got to stake out.
Scene.
We should send a message, and then we should try to stake out one of these places or multiple.
Yeah, or yeah, if like head down, visit the new, and
During
then
the day.
return.
Right.
And
But
stake
how do
out
I
the
say that
larger
as a
stuff.
dummy? Send.
Oh, you did it.
Tell people. Oh, I did.
We
say
understand.
It as a dummy.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is
Perfect.
talk. I'm sorry, I like you, Brian. We're old friends.
Taco noise, taco noise. Let's go.
Yep. All right. So he's like, we'll send flutterers and zeppelins to the other toughs right now and let them know.
And we'll be. They won't see us unless they're under attack, but we'll be above. We'll be above them,
All right.
and hopefully by nightfall to sort of watch over and see if we can catch them. And,
Oh, and
they may be. We'll spend the day visiting the sky sharks, and then
Yeah, we'll take a picnic.
hopefully, yeah.
is there anything we need to know about approaching the sky sharks?
What are they called? Zygax?
Zyrax.
Zyrax.
Yeah.
Gygax.
Gygax.
Hydrox.
I saw Cyrax open for Sky Shark.
I fought him in Mortal Kombat.
He says they
Zyrax?
they fly and glide. They skirt along on the winds between here and the storm. So right at the edge of the storm. He's like, don't go into the storm. He's like, I don't know, maybe your ship could handle it, but anything that's gone has drifted down there, and we haven't had the energy to sort of bump back up. Has been just ripped apart by the winds and the lightning and all that.
But do you have any way that we can like communicate with them? Like,
So so he says, as far as like getting in touch with the Zyrax, he says that they communicate to them using a flutterer, and he'll go find a flutterer for you guys to take down there. But that
what about Zizou?
He's on the other tuft.
He's on the other tuft, but he says that might be the only one that'll go because they are more often than not they get eaten. They have to. You have to.
No companion of ours is
Yeah,
being
well,
eaten.
You have
As
to.
paladin of the city of Glenishmore, I will offer them safe conduct down to see these carnivorous meat bags.
He says the Zyrax evolved. He says they think the Zyrax evolved from something that lived in the storm, that was once not just. They're like devolving, so they're becoming more and more animal-like, but they have these memories of who they were or what they were.
They sound rude.
Yeah, he says the best way to appeal to them is through their appetite. So if you can take like a bunch of stuff to eat,
Yeah, let's
then
gather some
maybe
food
the-
for them.
We'll take the pressure cooker or whatever you have for us for the
Yep,
trap and some ponies
and flutterer and food.
and a flutter and some.
the only meat that you've seen is you might have to go out and catch some meat because the only meat you've seen on these things is people and flutterers.
Excuse me, sir. Maybe you could go out and hunt.
What
We're
do you-
busy saving your tufts. I
What do
don't
you- what
think
do you
we
eat?
Can quite spare the time to fly around and.
is there meat? Are there
But
animals?
do you eat anything?
Yeah, maybe
Are
they're
you
vegetarians.
vegetarian?
No, they don't eat. They don't eat any meat. But he says there are creatures out there, and you've seen
right.
a couple at this altitude, even like flying creatures and stuff that you guys could go. He's like, it would be much easier for you guys to go.
Yeah, I think let's just.
I don't mind.
in your flying ship.
Sure. Is there anything else we could do for you while we're here? Saving your entire existence?
He picks up on your sarcasm, and he's very humble and he's very sheepish about the whole thing. But we could we send a?
Give me the pot and we'll be gone.
All right. They bring in a big iron, or a big like ceramics looking like soup pot with a lid on it. And he asks very sheepishly. He reports to you guys that none of the flutterers here they won't won't go on a
Zissou will
Fuck
go
that.
with
mission.
Where's the closest one?
No, come on. Zissou will go with us. We'll just pick him up.
Zissou, more likely than not, will
Yeah.
back at the other tuft will go with you. But
So let's
But
go.
I feel like I
some
want to
meat.
tell the Flutterers that they're giving up an opportunity to become legend. And that's their choice, that they are turning away in cowardice from the defining moment in their existence and the existence of all of their brothers
Stay
and
out of
sisters.
Glenishmore, flutterers.
you're
throws a coffee cup
you're
in.
shouting this at the guy who went and asked the
No,
flutter.
I'm shouting it into the air.
I don't like all this flutterer bashing.
Okay, so
saying,
you've got your
Zissou
pot.
would- yeah.
You got to go
Hunt.
roadkill some meat in your
Yeah.
ship and
get
go get
Zissou.
Zissou. Is that all? Is that it for now? Then you want to go
think
get
so.
Zissou?
What is
Unless
happening
he
with
needs help with a cat in a tree.
Oh boy.
What is happening with
jeez.
the game of bones, the hand
That
thing?
Bart's holding.
That's the porno.
Game of
Game
Bones.
Of course. What happened to the thing that he was?
Still,
I'm hanging on to it.
yeah, it's still.
It's just not. Is it trying to get at me? Because I don't.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't- It's
I'm
not,
taking
you're
care of it. It's all good.
not 100% comfortable with that, but okay.
Every time its belly's towards her, though.
Yeah, I'm keeping
little-
the belly away because it's kind of gross when it happens.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, and Blaine,
Oh,
Just
Brian's
texted.
looking at his phone.
this break is brought to you by Pesto Certs. With the I can't do Blaine. With the breath something power of Pestozo. Green and Barrett, Pesto Certs. Not as good. Me doing it. All right, break.
Those are terrible.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
fluttering
image.
vaginas,
Okay,
first
we're
of all.
back.
Fluttering orifices of any kind are not.
No.
Does that make any noise?
Orifici. Orifices.
Orifices.
Orifici.
These guys are eating halls like they were
I
Doritos.
can't stop. I can't stop.
What's first, gang? Should we be Glenishmorian meals on wheels for these people?
Why are you being
jeez.
sarcastic? They're
Yeah,
not
it's
around
just-
anymore.
So Richard is so
I'm
finished.
still upset that we're
I feel like your soul has been stolen.
I say we try
As
hunting on the
Blackie,
way.
I'm going to say, in Sir Richard's defense, he is wearing the helm of a water elemental lord. His hand and his leg are made of light. And here he is going and fetching
What
a
else is
slab of
new?
meat for a flying meat shark. I think Blackie's sort of with
It's like asking
Sir
Thor to
Richard
deliver a
on this,
pizza
yeah.
for you.
Can Blackie? What?
It's like asking Thor to deliver a pizza for you.
all right. So
Can
I think
Black?
we should hop in the ship.
Yeah, hop in the ship. Blackie can drive in a way to hit any meat on the way.
Yep.
And stop and grab it.
Well, and before we do any of that, we need to get the one flutterer with a backbone.
Zissou. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying on the way
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Zissou,
yeah.
we can smack some roadkill.
Smack some meat.
All right. So
Smack some meat.
you
jerk
guys pile back in the ship. Are you transferring creepy crawlies to the?
Yeah, we'll get 'em in the pot.
To the pot cage.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get back in the locker,
Sorry, Mildred.
please.
It's for your own safety.
Goes with the Charlie Brown music. Just
gonna-
trudges back into the locker.
All right. So you guys have no problem. It's sort of momentarily sort of a fun like catch the
It's like the
creepy
lobster scene in
crawlies.
Annie Hall.
Right.
And Richard have a little romantic interlude.
But you do get these things.
These things are gross.
And the lid is like sufficiently heavy that you can hear him pinging around inside, but it doesn't even budge the lid. So this
Right.
thing is
Let's strap the lid anyway.
yeah, in case it tips over.
Put a
Space
belt around it or something.
lobsters.
Yeah.
All right,
Why
you-
did it have to
couple-
be lobsters?
Couple lashes and the pot is sealed up, and Mildred, you're free to come back out of the locker.
She comes out
Here,
with
hold
jazz
this pot.
hands. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You can hold the pot for us if you want.
Gonna hold your pot.
Can Blackie and Stargoyle set course for the other tough to pick up these?
Yep, we can.
Yeah, Stargirl.
Yeah, you guys buzz back to the other tuft. It's really dark still, but you don't You don't
Didn't
see
hit any meat on the way?
Didn't ram into any meat. No.
We're on a clock too because we want to be back up before the next nightfall.
Yeah, yeah.
too.
Right. So you get back, bail off the ship, just shouting for Zissou.
I'll take
Zissou.
my sword and bang it against something and yell Zissou's name. In the name of Glenishmore, step forward.
Zissou flutters into sight, but not after, much to your chagrin, a couple shouts come from the tuft like, keep it down.
We're trying to help you.
What do you say? What do you yell back?
Bring me Zissou and stay quiet, or I shall come to your house and kick in your door. And we'll see who's quiet then, sir.
Do you want me to do anything, Sir Richard?
He
Or?
called him sir.
Yeah.
I'll go help you.
We are being heckled.
Zissou flutters into view, and he says, he's like, we've heard that there was tragedy or near tragedy at our neighbors.
We need you to translate with the Zyrax.
Zyrax. Yep.
We must.
He flutters in terror.
We'll protect you. Nothing
worry about
will
it.
happen to you.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing bad ever
believe-
happens to people that hang out with us.
I believe in you, Sir Richard of Glenishmore.
We're going to get some meat other than you to...
He flutters after you guys into the ship.
It's not a joke now. I really am out to protect. I'm out to protect this tiny horrible thing.
This flying vaginal slime bag.
Don't worry, you'll see your wonderful place again.
All right,
So half-hearted.
Would Zissou know any good places for us to find?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Meat
Where
creatures.
he says, he's like, the skies are filled with life at night, but he's like, if we can get to a safe distance away from the tuft, just so there's no predators that swoop in there, he's like, and we can get some source of light lit up, we can attract the...
I take off my gauntlet.
Yep, okay.
Your fish in
let's go
hand.
get some.
All right, so
That's your bait in hand.
side door slides open. Yeah, Sir Richard, you're hanging out the side with your light hand, or no?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'll hang out
And
along
then
if I need to
after I
smack
do that
anything.
for a moment, I replace the gauntlet in case I need it.
All right. Well, you gotta keep the light on though for the
But the moths,
Yeah.
the meat
All right.
moths.
All right. So glowing in you can't. It's not really casting any light that you can see anything by, but it's just a bright point of light in the night.
You're all ready to do combat.
Yeah, anything comes up, I'll
whatever
smack.
I am attracting at
Yes,
the moment.
yes.
I'll
Me
smack
too.
with my sharp thing.
You're looking around. You're ready to just jerk your arm back into the ship at a moment's notice. And now let me borrow the dice tray there, Sarah. Let's see what the Hand of Bahamut attracts. Interesting. Okay, so you feel the first thing you see a flash of motion out of the corner of your eye, and I think I'd roll a check unless you want to jerk your hand back. I think you can. But if you want to keep your hand out there, I think you might have to roll sort of a willpower check to make sure that you didn't... Because you see something flash at the edge of your vision.
No, I want to pull my hand back in.
All right,
Even
so-
my ghost hand that I...
So you snap your hand back into the ship, and sort of zipping past in a little zigzag pattern, you see about a 2-foot... it looks like a balloon animal. So it's like fat in the middle, and then it's slender on each end, and it's you hear it sort of puffing, sucking air into one end.
Everything
and-
here is gross.
and then farting the air out. It's sort of.
It's a flying, farting shit blob.
It's only about 2 feet long. It seems like it's probably not going to be too much meat.
Just
on
stab the hell out of it. Anything that comes in.
Can we reach it?
It's like a
yeah, you could probably.
I just grab it.
You could
it's
probably
a fart bird or something.
It's like a sort of a fart bird. Yeah.
It's like something my 4-year-old invented.
It looks like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, it's a flying piece of shit.
But one
that's
end
farting. Both ends.
Sucks gas in, and the other farts it out, and it just flies around.
I'm going to tie off with some rope so that return to the passageway to see if we can get a couple more of these things. Did you really grab it?
Once you see that it's not too intimidating, you dangle your hand out there again, and it.
Well, these asshole sky sharks might like these fucking fart birds.
Yeah, I'm just grab them and kill them.
And it's just sort of farts up close, and you're able to grab it. You feel it's just a sort of it's not moist. It's just sort of a dry. It feels like a dry balloon.
So unhappy. but sort of like okay,
it's
I'll
like how
do
many
it.
times does the word fart need to be used? Can it just?
I don't know.
Put the sky turd in the locker and let's get some more.
That's much better. All right.
Zisu says we need to. We're gonna.
By the
need
way,
more
my new CD, The Fartist, is going to to be available in just a couple of weeks.
I saw the poster.
The poster.
The Fartist?
Oh, yeah. We copied that French movie, The Artist, which I never saw.
Oh, you should. It's very nice. It's a good
no one that was going to buy your album was under the impression that you might have seen The Artist.
I know of it, but I thought of The Fartist. I don't think Weird Al sees all the things he makes fun of. Maybe he does.
He hears them.
They're songs.
He at least listened to them once.
No, he never hears them. He just hears that there's a song. And there's this Coolio guy. This guy Coolio has a song.
Amazing coincidence.
Anyways, I murder a fart bird.
Yeah, you pull it in, and as soon as you touch it, your fingers basically cave the outside of it in.
Good, I crush it. I smush it.
Once it goes limp, you see that it's... And Zisu, as you see this, he explains, he's like, we're going to need more. You're going to have to get something a little more substantial.
I wave at the sky turds.
All right, here
you
comes
can make jerky out of this or something, though, right?
Yeah.
No,
you could try eating it.
Our ship is... We're not... Yeah, this is not a... like a.
You don't want to make turd jerky?
Mildred was raised not to waste.
That's what I call sex.
Anything, so she skillfully butchers
turd jerky, baby.
Tootsie Roll.
Okay.
I don't even.
There's literally nothing to it. It's like a mouth.
She hangs up the strips and salts them for
a mouth.
To make jerky.
Yeah, a gas chamber and a rectum. That's it.
Cool. I'm sure there's a lot of flavor in that.
That Blaine was here. That sounds like my first wife.
Okay, so you dangle the hand of Bahamut, the most.
And by the way, I whisper an apology to Bahamut as I use her light to turn this mission into a flying food truck.
Okay. You hang it out there for a while, and Blackie and Stargoyle are up front, sort of lazily drifting, trying to sort of rotate the ship slowly to get the most exposure to the arm. And nothing bites for a while. And you're actually almost thinking maybe you should go somewhere else. And Zisu's like, I don't know. This is the best way I can think of to get something. And you feel, you don't see anything, but you see, you feel like a gentle pressure on your forearm, real gentle.
Do I see anything? Because I'm next to him. I was ready to attack anything that comes up.
You don't see anything,
Okay.
but you feel
Blaine?
it, and then and you see your vision is obscured as like you lose sight of your arm. It's like a real soft.
I bring it in and bash my arm against the hull of the ship.
Okay, so you drag your arm up against the door, and you up against.
What is it, like a fart twat bird? Or
Now you're doing it. You just looked at me like, eh? How bad is that? That's pretty bad, right?
So Bart and Sir Richard, you guys are sort of thrown off by like what, like are your eyes playing tricks on you? And as you pull your hand in, You see, as your hand enters sort of the interior lights of the ship, it's just covered in like a slime. And your actual head, as you're looking out, bumps up against something. And you see the entire door frame is filled with some type of meaty flesh wall. And it seems like you, in a real toothless sort of gummy mouth.
it.
Cutting,
stab.
I'm cutting into it.
Stab,
Slice off
stab,
pieces.
stab.
Yeah.
All right, so in an explosion of just mucus and stinky gas, whatever this thing is bursts into the ship, and you feel the weight of its like upper lip sort of way. It's relatively heavy, but in the low gravity, you can easily handle it. But just judging by the weight of stuff, whatever it is out there is actually fairly massive. And the outside of it is jet black, which is why you didn't see it sort of move up on you. And Zissou seems to be saddened. He's like, "Oh no, we've killed one of the large ones."
It's a big fart whale.
What happened here, Zissou, is between this dead creature, this group of adventurers, and you. I don't want any songs of this adventure getting back to Glenishmore.
All right, well let's break for the episode. Let's end this episode.
Zissou flutters silently.
That's right.
But as we wrap this episode, and the weight of the thing seems to finally sort of settle on your arm, you're holding it one-handed. It's just fucking disgusting though, and stinky and brutal. You hear, like from outside and down below somewhere, you hear a voice going. Like shouting, like like some type of shout for help. It's not it sounds like one of the humans. So it seems like this might have actually been a Zeppelin being used as a transport.
All right. Let's see how bad we fucked up next week.
We killed a lot of people.
Sorry, we killed your fart twat ship. See you next week. We'll see what happened. Who we killed. Brian Posehn. You know what. Bye.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com